Maggie was a woman in her mid-40s diagnosed with a breast cancer diagnosis who recognised that that had a big impact on her, her husband and her children. And in the midst of her experience, she recognised that there wasn't an immediate place to be able to go to make sense of, to understand, to regain a sense of control. So she worked really hard with the Edinburgh Cancer Centre to develop what is now this amazing space that's a support resource for anybody affected by any type of cancer diagnosis at any stage. She was absolutely clear that this place had to be a place that was professionally run, but that had a humanity about it. The architecture and the physical space, both inside and outside, were essential for her in terms of wanting a place to be able to feel calm, to feel still, to feel reassured, but also to be inspired and to be able to thrive in the midst of a complicated health experience. What Maggie's Edinburgh offers is exactly that, and it's remarkable to us that we've been able to develop other centres throughout Scotland and the UK and now internationally that have been able to deliver the same.
It's visually very beautiful, it's architecturally very beautiful, it's comfortable, it's cheery. You can get a cup of coffee, you can get a scone. There's people with knowledge and understanding that you can talk to. They're very, very supportive, and it's a place where you can feel at home.
When we first built the centre, we were seeing maybe 15 or 20 people a day. That's grown over the years to now around about 120, 130 people a day coming to Maggie's Edinburgh. So we've just completed an amazing extension. We're sitting in our new group room, a beautiful space to allow us to run groups and courses at the same time. We now have 2 group rooms. We have now more space around the kitchen table to offer the centre to more people affected by a cancer diagnosis. Maggie's has a profound impact on people's lives. The clinical team in the hospital provide exceptional cancer care and cancer treatment. There is increasingly less space for those clinicians to look after people's emotional, psychological, social well-being, and that's exactly what Maggie's is able to focus on. And that focus can be transformative for people. In the midst of a terrifying, overwhelming experience of a cancer diagnosis, people regain hope, regain trust in themselves, regain confidence and regain a sense of ability, and it's a really profound way of being able to work with people and to help them realise their own resources, their own potential and their own capabilities.
So when we were fundraising to extend the space at Maggie's Edinburgh, one of the things that amazed us was just the level of support that community had for the space. And I think a lot of that was because we've been open for 23 years. We'd had tens of thousands of people who had been through the doors for help, and they were just so keen to be able to help us do that. And in the end, we achieved our fundraising goals to extend the space and to run the centre, and that's going to help us to do so much more going forward.
One of the very clever things that they've done is to use really good contemporary architects. So all their buildings are very different, but they all have this sense of openness, light, space, modernity, and also very, very comfortable and relaxed.
I don't think even Maggie would have believed how much the centres have grown. At that time of conception, she had an idea to have a centre in Edinburgh, and to now have 20 centres across the UK I think is mind-blowing, but it really shows the gap that Maggie's fills on oncology care in those areas.
Yes, I mean the growth of it has been phenomenal, but I think that's because of its need.
Everybody's cancer journey is different, and Maggie's realises that. It treats you as an individual, and yes, it's a great place to find your place back in the real world again.